We are all about building strong and perky glutes today. This is a lower body focused strength workout, so grab your dumbbells and let's do this. Every great workout starts with a warm-up, so we're gonna get right into ours. As we go through the warm-up, I'm gonna explain the structure, the weight that you should ideally use to maximize our 30 minutes together, and then also optional equipment out here if you wanna use that. And with that, let's go ahead and start with quad pulls, bringing heel up to bum, alternating sides, just holding it for a second, just enough to kind of feel that stretch through the front of your leg, and then switch. And as you hold it, you can kind of tighten up in the glutes to get a deeper stretch. We're gonna go into good mornings next. I am smiling today because I love glute day. This is gonna be such a fun training session, especially because we have drop sets. So if you are new to drop sets, they are like the firework finale finisher. Last one, and then let's hit good mornings. So legs out, hands on your hips, soft knee. Think about driving your bum to the wall behind you here, keeping that back flat, chest down towards the ground, but good posture with our chest. So as you come down, make sure we're not rounding. Even from the warm-up, we're gonna talk about form because we want that to be spot on. We're gonna use some light weights for our warm-up today for our squat and Romanian deadlift. We'll do one more non-weighted exercise though after this, and then we'll get into our weights. Let's do 2 here, and then we'll go into a low sumo with a twist. Last one. So back up to stand, legs out, toes out. We're gonna hold it down nice and low here. Just hold it low. You can kind of rock it from side to side, feeling a nice stretch through the inner thighs, through the legs. We're gonna add the back in here as well. Good. From here, take those hands up, dropping one shoulder towards the center, and then alternating from side to side here. As you do this, kind of press open to open up through the hips. Structure today, simple structure. We've got 5 rounds, 2 exercises in each round, alternating between the 2, working for 40, resting for 20, 30 seconds of rest in between rounds. And then that drop set finisher comes into play. That's where we're gonna hit it for 40 seconds of super heavy weight, then 40 seconds of moderate, then 40 seconds of light to completely max out this training session. Last one, and let's roll it up here. Now this is where we're gonna grab our light weights. So grab your light weights. Remember, squat to Romanian deadlift. Using the weights here just to start making that mind-muscle connection and get our body ready to lift heavy, because that's gonna be the goal today, is lift heavy with our weights. Let's squat it. Work it at your own tempo, but try to take it fairly slow through this warm-up, just so those muscles have a time to say hello. I don't know, maybe your muscles don't sound like that. I guess mine do, but the things you think about during a strength workout, I don't know. We'll talk about optional equipment here as well. So optional today is your booty band or mini resistance band and your box. You can use an exercise bench, you can use a couch, a sturdy chair, anything with a little elevation. However, if you don't have that box, you'll see a modification on screen. And if you're not using your band, of course, you'll just do those exercises without. Last one, and then RDL. Here we go, RDL. Taking it down. Now we are going to focus on the glutes big time today. Although a lot of the exercises we're gonna do are gonna be compound moves, meaning we are gonna work more than just the glutes. So this is gonna be an amazing lower body session, as well as perking and lifting those glutes. Let's do 2 more, and then we're gonna get ready for round 1. Last one. Good, pull and squeeze. All right, round 1, the only thing you're gonna need, if you want to use it optional, will be your band. The only time we'll use the box will be that round 2. So we'll move quick, but I'll give you a heads up, so we'll be ready to go. With that said, we're gonna start with a glute focused squat with the repulse. If you're using your band for these 2 exercises, it'll be right above the knee. So grab your weights, put your band on if you're using that, and let's do this. And with this glute focused squat, we're gonna keep the legs out a little bit wider than a normal squat and toes out. Not as wide as a sumo though. And you can use 1 or 2 dumbbells. We're gonna hold it in the center. We're gonna have a slight hinge in the hips, but back is gonna stay flat. So we're gonna go in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, pulse it for 3, 2, and 1. Pull it up, squeeze, drop it back down. So the slight hinge And the placement of our feet and weights, that's what's helping target these glutes more. Now, of course, the quads and hams are still working, but think about those glutes. Squeeze right here. Don't lock the legs out at the top. Keep that contraction. Keep working through these 3 pulses. Oh, push through the heels. This is last 3, 2, and 1. Whew, good. All right, we're gonna mix it up now. Now, if you'd like to grab 2 dumbbells for the shoulders, you can. We're gonna do a low in and out banded squat. So grabbing those weights. Breathing. All right, so start a little narrow. We're gonna take it in and out. Here we go. From side to side. Now, if you're using the band, keep those knees neutral. We don't want the knees caving in, so make sure you're keeping pressure out on that band. Chest is up, back is flat. Tough combo already. The glutes are a powerhouse, so we are not gonna go easy on them today. We are gonna train them to be even stronger and more powerful. Last 3, 2, 1. Okay. Back to our glute focused squat. I'm gonna go up just a little bit. Now remember, we got 2 chances here. So if you can adjust your weight either up or down for each set, go for that. So remember, legs a little wider, toes out, back flat, slight hinge, and here we go. Push through the heels. Drop that bum down, squeeze back up. You're doing awesome. Remember, in between rounds, we get 30 seconds to rest. So let that be the little bright light out in the distance that we're focusing on. No, we're getting strong glutes today. Last 3, 2, 1. In and out. Breathing. Now, because we are keeping this low, your heavy weight doesn't even need to be much in this one for you to really feel it. Here's 3, 2, and 1. So keep it low. When you take it out, squat it down a little bit more. Keeping that chest up. I'm just alternating my hand position. Whew. Just to give my shoulders a bit of a break. Oh, we're almost there. We get 30 seconds. Breathing. Last 3, 2, 1. Oh, amazing. All right, so this is where keep your band on if you want. We're gonna use the box for this one. So this is gonna be a feet elevated glute bridge with 3 pulse. 1 or 2 dumbbells. I always like to do 1 when I'm doing my glute bridge with feet elevated, but totally up to you. So remember, we're gonna pulse it up for 3. We've got 40 seconds coming. 5 out. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Let's lift. 2, and 1. That's that pulse. Get that pulse in. Pulse it up for 3, 2, 1. Weight staying in the heels. With or without that band, make sure those knees are staying in line with your big toe. So you don't want them falling out or in. Little pulse at the top. Almost there. 2, and 1. Whew. All right, we're gonna keep the feet up. You can also bring them down, but we're gonna do abduction, meaning we are just simply gonna open up, keeping pressure on that band. If you don't have a band, take your hands and kind of give some pressure back when you push open. All right, no weight or weight, it's up to you. Here we go, up and
press. I do just want to make a note, because I know the rule before was that if you were past a certain week in pregnancy, that you should not lie on your back. However, that recommendation has now switched. So I just want everyone to know. Oh, breathing. Really press open, squeeze. Almost there. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna keep it here. We're gonna do glute bridge one more time. So same thing, that 3 pulse, and then we'll lower it down. Let's get ready to go. 3 seconds. Here's 2, and let's bring it up. Pulse it for 3. Here's 3, 2, 1. Back down. Back is straight here, so no arch as you pulse it up or as you come down. So let that back come down flat. Press up. 2, 1. Breathing as we press up. That exhale comes with the work. The work is where those muscles contract. Don't lose your pulse, keep it up. And last 1. Whew. All right, so remember, we're gonna keep those hips lifted now. Just do that abduction in our glute bridge. So you can do that with or without the weight. I have found the intensity is just enough without the weight. We go in 3, 2, bring those hips up and press it open. Now take your time really opening here, press, control it back. So don't let the band just let your legs swing back together. You control it in, you control it out. But the work is really coming with that press. Whew. Oh my God, the glutes. Now I told you we're gonna feel this in the lower body, but the glutes, we're really gonna get that work today. And round 2 already, we can feel that. Almost there, then we're done with our box. Last 3, 2, 1. Oh. Done with the band and done with the box for now. Round 3, it's just us and our dumbbells. All right, so first exercise, we're gonna do an alternating reverse lunge with a forward hinge. Again, that forward hinge, gonna work the glutes more. If lunges bother your knees, you got a sumo squat coming at you, and you'll see that modification. Then sumo RDL. So grabbing weights for that alternating reverse lunge, 40 seconds, and here we go. I wanna make sure that just because we're taking a hinge forward in this lunge does not mean we're rounding in the back at all. You still have to keep that spine nice and straight. That posture stays up. Knees are soft. Reverse lunge hits the glutes a little bit more, and then of course, like I mentioned with the hinge, more work for the glutes. Almost there. Last 3, 2, 1. Okay, sumo RDL now. That means legs out, toes out. 5 seconds. Breathe in, stick in heavy. And here we go. Weight is in the heels. Drop it down, squeeze, pull it up. Now you're not gonna get more out of this the lower you go. That's gonna depend on your flexibility or your range of motion there with that. So if you're not going down that far, that's okay. What I want you to think about is when you hit the bottom of your range of motion, tighten everything up in that posterior chain. That's the back there, the hams and the glutes. Squeeze and pull up. So right here, squeeze, pull up. Use that power. Last 3, 2, and 1. Whew. All right, back to our reverse lunge or that modification sumo squat. Sorry, I've had hair in my face for the last 2 sets. And I'm like, ah, whew. All right, here we go. So taking just a slight forward hinge, and let's begin. Whew. Remember, soft knee, straight spine. Now, even though the glutes are working with this lunge, you feel those stabilizers start to come into play too. That's even more challenging when the shake is strong. Here it is. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Sumo RDL. Now again, spine is straight, good posture. So start with that good posture right here. Roll the shoulders back. Let those shoulders settle in. And here we go. Even with this exercise, knees are soft. We're not locking out our knees. Back is flat. Drive those hips to the wall behind you. Think about that. The hinge right here at the hips. Drive the hips. Whew, bum sticks to that wall behind you. Think about giving a little bump right there to the wall with your bum and back up. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. All right. These last 2 rounds are fire, shall we say. We are gonna burn out the glutes. We're gonna bring it down on all fours to a rear leg lift. So band, if you want it, above the knees. We'll keep this on for rounds 4 and 5. So as we come down to all fours, you can keep it on your hands or you can drop it down to your forearms. Just make sure you got a nice straight line here from shoulders to elbow, elbows to wrist. And let's lift. So here we go, lift it up. Whoops. If you want to try to control your band, you can put the band under that knee that is staying stationary. Lift and squeeze the glutes. So hold it for a second at the top. Make sure you feel those glute muscles work before letting that contraction go, or before letting that leg come back down. Getting ready to just switch it over. Last 3, 2, and 1. My, oh my. Oh, need to dry off. We're gonna switch sides. We got 10 out. So getting ready. All right, leg out straight. You can keep that band under your knee if you need. And let's lift. Keeping that core engaged, belly button to spine. Remember, feel that squeeze in the glutes, keeping your foot flexed. Almost there. Lift and squeeze. This is it. 3, 2, and 1. We'll press it back if you need. We're switching it over. Last set for each side. I need to get this dumbbell out of the way. All right, there we go. All right, back to that other side. Leg is straight. We go in 3, 2, and let's lift. Squeeze, flex that foot. Woo. Don't forget to breathe. Keeping a nice solid core as well. We're almost there. We're gonna switch sides. And then last set for round 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Whew. All right, other side. And then this is it. Ooh, band is getting twisted. All right, here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Foot is flexed, lift and squeeze, and down. Now this exercise is not about how high you can lift your leg, but it's really about focusing on that glute muscle right here. Tighten it up, squeeze, and then back down. So with these last two, rounds 4 and 5, we have a little bit more isolation work here for the glutes. And then for our drop sets, we're gonna go back to those compound moves to finish it. Last 3, 2, and 1. We've got 30 seconds. Remember, if you're gonna keep your band on, keep it on for round 5 as well. We're gonna go into fire hydrant. So we're gonna kind of work that outer thigh, that outer glute to just, you know, perk. Like I said, we are perking today. It is good. Whew. All right, so last round before our drop set finishers. 2 sets of each. Fire hydrant on one side, fire hydrant on the other. We go in 3, in 2, and in 1. Here we go. Again, you have the option here for this one to be down on your forearms or up. Try to get that leg parallel to the floor as you lift. Control it up, control it down. Same thing, we're keeping a nice long spine, core engaged. Last 3, 2, and 1. Switching it over, other side. All right, 5 seconds, we go. 40 seconds of work in 3. Here's 2. Whew, and let's lift. Oh my. Bunzo Steel in overdrive today. That's this one's nickname. This workout, that is. Listen, building strong glutes, not only gonna help the jeans perk up a bit, but they, like I said from the beginning, they are such a powerhouse that you are gonna find so much more strength in your workouts, in your day-to-day life. It just makes things so much easier. Whew. Last 3, 2, and 1. So always remember, the burn is worth it every time. All right, last time for each side, and then we're back to those drops. Well, we're not back to the drop sets. We haven't been to the drop sets, although some of the exercises will be the same. In 3, 2, back to that other side. Here we go. Now I know we are starting to get tired here, but keep that form, keep that solid spine, core engaged, lift and lower. Exhale with your lift. And remember, keep that leg parallel to the floor as you lift. Try not to let it get lower and lower and lower each rep. Lifting to that full range. Here's 3, 2, and 1. We'll press it back if you need. Last time, other side. All right. Breathing. Here we go in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's lift. 40 on. All right, so as we're lifting, let's take our minds off the burn for a minute as I explain these drop sets one last time. So we're gonna have 3 different drop sets. With the drop sets, the goal is to hit failure by the end of our 40 seconds with that heavy weight the first round through. After that, we're gonna drop it down to moderate weight. Again, goal, hit failure with that moderate weight. Then we finish off with our light weight. So this is going to be a max out push. Remember, only 40 seconds of work with that heavy for each drop set. We will get about 10 seconds in between to switch weight and move on. Last 3, 2, and 1. And we have made it. 2 drop set round. All right, so the 3 exercises we're gonna do for drop sets, back to that glute focused squat. Then we're gonna go into a reverse lunge, alternating sides, again, forward hinge, then finally a glute bridge. So let's bring it up. You can keep the band on if you want for this drop set, for this glute focused round. Having those weights ready and nearby. All right, we've got about 5 seconds. So remember, toes out just slightly, legs out a little bit wider, hinge, and let's begin. 40 seconds. Push through the heels. Good. So we should be getting close to that failure point at this point, saying, I don't think I could do 1 more rep with this weight. Oh, and we're almost there. So we're just gonna drop the weight a bit to moderate in 3, 2, 1. Woo. Swapping that weight out, okay? Back to form, and here we go. 40 seconds, keep the weight in the heels. Even with this hinge, we have got good form here. Shoulders are back, spine is long. No round in the back. We're not arching at the lower back. That can be a common form issue, so just keep that back flat. Push through the heels, not locking out the legs. I know there's a lot to think about. Yay, lightweight next. Last 3, 2, 1. Woo, here it is. Final glute focused squat drop set, and let's go. Exhale as you push. Keep that form. You're halfway, and this is it. Almost there, a couple more reps. Here's our countdown, 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds here in between these drop sets. Moving on to that hinged forward reverse lunge. Modification is that sumo squat. So same thing that you modified with for that first time around. We did that reverse lunge. Again, starting heavy and then dropping it. All right, so shoulders rolled back, forward hinge, soft knees, and here we go. I have my band on. Oh, keep working. What in the, that was not gonna happen. Here we go. I guess I got comfy with the band there for a minute. Keeping that weight in the heels. Almost there. We're gonna drop that weight in 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Dropping your weight. All right, soft knees, forward hinge, get your form, and then let's go. So remember, sumo squat for that mod. Same thing when we were doing that squat. That forward hinge does not mean you're rounding to lean forward. No, simply means the bum drives back and that hip is where that motion is coming from, not in the chest. Lightweight is next. Last one, 3, 2, 1. Lightweight now to finish. All right, here it goes. Lightweight, hinge it, chest strong, and we're back. One drop set after this. I'm so proud of you. We did not go easy today. We usually don't though, do we? So close. Just about 10. And then we get a longer break. Here it is. 3, 2, 1. All right, glute bridge. Now you can add the box if you want. I'm gonna keep the box out of it because we're gonna be switching that weight in and out. So just for some ease on that, but heavy, medium to light. Grab your weight, bringing it back. Glute bridge, either feet elevated or down, and roll it back. 40 on, heavy, here we go. Lift and squeeze. Keep that back flat, tighten up at the glutes, squeeze, hold it for a second, and then down. Lower down with the flat back as well. Good, push through those heels, keep the weight in the heels. Oh. Almost there, we're gonna switch it to moderate. Here it is, 3, 2, 1. Switch it over, moderate weight. Grabbing the weight, and let's go right into it, 40. Oh. Drop sets are a doozy, are they not? But this right here is, again, really helping to build that definition, perking up the glutes, giving us that strength and muscular endurance. And strong and endurable, is that a word? Glutes? That's always a good thing. Glutes are always working. Almost there. Here it is, 3, 2, 1. Last drop set, light glute bridge. And whoo, let's do it. 40 on, push through the heels, squeeze. Back stays flat, push. Don't forget to breathe. Exhale as you tighten up those glutes. Control it down. I got one final challenge, and while you are just still in that zone of getting strong, I want you to go for it. Final challenge is our finisher. One final lower body finisher to just put the icing on the cake for thighs today. This combo is going to be on fire. Last 3, 2, and 1. You are theabsolutebomb.com. I cannot tell you how proud I am of you. You just rocked that glutes workout. Do not forget the thighs finisher. Only 10 minutes, and it is gonna be like the, wow, just pew, amazing. Go rock it. I love you. Go out and be awesome. Thanks for working out with me, and I'll see you at that finisher.